How are you?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I am finishing up his code. I'm putting it in the universe so the universe can stop this shit from flaring back up. But outside of that,
You're doing.
I'm good. I'm doing, yeah.
Doing is good. How you doing over there, Neddie Boo? How you doing?
Man, keeping up with life as always. Got a lot going on, especially these next couple of weekends. So, but all good stuff, all fun stuff. We good.
Pretty good, good fun stuff. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to the holidays. I'm gonna start
Me too.
shopping this weekend. So and then I gotta find a dress for my job's holiday party. So I'm excited about that. Hi Tia! Hi,
I know,
Tia.
right? We have someone in the chat. Hey, Tia Bia. All right, guys. We
How
are
are you?
Hey, how are you?
CP time. Oh, me. You know me. I'm always good. I'm
You're
good.
weirdo.
I'm not good. So I'm great. I'm great. And with that, I'm your Miss Panda. Hey. And we have my lovely co-host, Big Cat.
Gang. What's up, team?
And we
What's
got the
up?
lovely Neddie Boo. How we doing, Neds? We all right with the Neddie?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Wait, Tia, Cap's born day. Who's born day?
Hers. Her birthday's coming up, December 30th.
Tia's so ready. She's more ready than I am. Don't listen to her.
That's like a month and a half.
Yeah, like tomorrow, essentially, because you're gonna go like that, and it's gonna be December.
That's true.
Don't say it, and don't tell the crowd. We'll let the crowd guess how old I'll be. You know, whenever people watch it, they can drop the number. And don't go cheat and go back on my page and look at the last year. Don't be cheating.
Tell us in the comments how old you think Big Cap is gonna be.
Right.
The funniest part is I never remember. I'm always like, oh shoot, you right. Like,
leave a comment below how old you think Big Cap is gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2. No, I'm a little bit more than 2.
She said 21.
Oh, 21. See, I thought those were all exclamation marks. You see how I can't see? You see how close I had to get? Girl.
When you wear glasses. Good evening, Staffing Solutions. How are you?
21.
Staffing Solutions. What's up?
Right. Good evening to you too.
Hi.
So the last episode we did, we discussed like we had the transparency episode, and that will be out in 2 weeks. In that episode, I completely forgot to ask you guys a question. And when the show was over, I was like, I gotta remember to ask them next show. So my question is,
guys,
what would this part of your life be called?
Yeah, exactly what that sound was. That's what this part.
So on time.
No, that was so on point for me.
That was my phone telling me it's going into sleep mode.
Listen, that is what my life would be. I would call it a childhood trauma relived or reloaded or you know. Yeah. That's why that sound was so damn perfect.
Right. It was like on cue. That was the ancestors. I didn't sage before I started the show, and that's probably what it is. They're giving the signs that we're on the right track of certain conversations. Neddie Boo, what would this part of your life be called?
I don't know. I feel like it's like a reborn kind of portion of my life. I'm like realizing that life is not what you expect it to be, but it's still like it's dope. It doesn't have to be because it's not what you expected it to be. It doesn't have to be disappointing. It's kind of like fire once you embrace it. And I feel like I'm getting to that point that you hear older people say like, once you get this age, it's gonna change. You ain't gonna give a shit about nothing. Da, 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 da. I feel like I can feel that portion of my life coming up. Like, I don't know, I just be like happy on purpose. Stuff just I don't care. Like whatever. Just whatever. Let's move on. What are we gonna do next? So I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a like my life's in a good spot. I don't know what you would call this time. I don't know
I
once
like rebirth. That works.
I like
yeah, it's like a
rebirth too.
rebirth.
Because you're rethinking how you view things and you're making sure you see it in a more positive light. So I like rebirth. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
When I hear women or people say that they feel as if they're having a rebirth, I think of the phoenix.
The
Yeah,
bird?
fire. Well, X-Men Phoenix, how she's always like coming out the fire, and you're even
Oh.
getting that layer, and you're like, rah. That I always wanted that to be that too. Some way, somehow, I'm gonna figure that out. That I'm gonna get something coming out of the fire,
Huh.
like something like that.
Oh, I like it.
I think I had that phase already because right now I really don't care about too much. I just like ah. But I would call this part of my life growing pains because I feel like in this moment I'm definitely grieving relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic, but at the same time I'm growing through it. Like it's painful, but it has to happen in order for me to grow. Yeah. So that's what I would call this part of my life.
Look at us at all different stages. I love
Right. And I
that.
know it's what's up. It's definitely what's up. And I think I've been where you have had to big cap. I think I've definitely had that phase too. Like you
Girl. And
were
it's because I'm trying to like seek therapy and trying to get to it so I can heal it now. Finally, that's why I'm like it's reloaded because you have to kind of relive the shit. But yeah, outside of that though, and that's a big chunk of it. That's why that's the title of my chapter right now. A small portion of my life is really I can't, for me it's I always try to look for the bright side or the good thing. And so for me, as long as I have another avenue that's not fucked up, I can kind of deal. And so
mhm.
work is fine. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no fuck boy in my face. So I can, you know what I'm saying? I can deal. I can, cheers to that. I can deal with my other portion that's here. But I'm ready for these topics. What we talking about tonight? What's
Yes.
popping?
All right, ladies. Let's get it on. Y'all ready? So
Hey, hey, hey.
What's
let's
up,
talk.
baby?
All right. So the first topic on the plate. The other day. So wait, do you want the backstory or the topic first?
Topic. So
Topic.
topic.
Right. So I was scrolling through the medias one day and this I saw a meme where this lady said she doesn't care if a relationship doesn't work out with her best friend's ex. If they're a match, she's gonna date him. How do we feel about dating your best friend's ex?
Best friend, I mean,
Let me see if I can find the post and read it verbatim.
I'm gonna be the problem child. So y'all want me to go first?
Go.
I'll go first. I'll go first. Best friend is strong for me because I've expressed many times that like female friendships haven't always been a thing for me. It's something that I'm like growing through. So when I think and feel of the term best friend, I imagine like conjoined at the hip, like y'all are it, right? At my big age and where I am in my life right now, I feel like a conversation would need to be had to feel out where my best friend is with it. Because I would expect my best friend, like I would expect everyone in the situation to be realistic, right? We can't help who we're attracted to. We can't help who we're connected to. We can't help where that chemistry comes from. But if we have a conversation about it and, we're all there, um, I guess that's something that would be cool. Now, if it didn't work out between me and old boy, then I also think that's something that me and my best friend could kiki about too. Like he was just a loser. He couldn't get it right with either one of us. But I don't think it's a terrible thing as long as it's not something that's like secret. I feel like that's where the issue would come in.
So I'm gonna be very well, I'm not gonna be contradictory. What I'm gonna say is personally, I don't think that's a good idea. I wouldn't do it. It's just not something that, and half the time we don't got the same taste, which is good too. So it's not a temptation there. Um, but what I will say is I do think, because if you look at men don't think like this. They will date their friends' exes and fuck with them and shit like that, and will have a great relationship and sometimes even get married. And I feel like sometimes women just be a tad bit too emotional. And so if it wasn't that serious of a relationship, like if it was something that was like 6 months or less, and you know what I'm saying, it wasn't really, I don't know. I guess timeline matters too. Like, am I trying to date him right after she broke up with him? Like, what's the timeline? Like, is that disrespectful? Because then was you looking for him the whole time? Like, it's too many great, but I
Ah,
can see where it wouldn't be terrible. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm,
I couldn't do it though, because I don't even want to be thinking about it in the middle of the night.
yeah. So I found the post and it said, let's argue, which I don't want to do. Y'all know I'm just here for perspective and conversation. Woman says that she is not going to turn down her friend's ex if she catches a vibe with him, especially because there are not many decent men out here to choose from today. Thoughts? So it didn't say best friend, it just said her friend's ex. So for me, I don't care if you're my friend or not. If I know you, after you kissed it or touched it, I don't want it. There's no time frame. There's nothing. Friend, foe, family, I don't care. You touched it, I don't want it. That's just me. At
Brenda
that
said
point,
no.
why? There's over 7 billion people in the world. Now, in my head, I don't care if you come to me with a conversation or not. You was watching him the whole time. You're nasty. You can't be my friend if you watching my guy. I'm sorry. Not sorry at all, actually. You, I don't care the time frame. It could be 25 years from now. I'm not touching it. In my mind, you was watching it the whole time. Like you're
Just
sick.
waiting.
You
Just
was
waiting.
waiting. You was just waiting for your opportunity. I have no respect for people. I look at people left that mess with once they, especially if you're fully aware too. Like if you didn't know, all right, cool. Your friend was doing this she had a little sneaky link. You didn't know, then he pops up as your dude. But and why don't y'all might as well have a threesome by then? Like take notes to kiki it up that it didn't work. No, we not gonna share no kiki nothing. I'm gonna be looking at you like you knew what he did to me and thought you was gonna get away with it. No, we not kikiing nothing. Hope you have fun. Enjoy. It was great being your friend. It was great being his ex. Now y'all both can have each other and enjoy. Wish y'all the best.
What you saying, Nedra? What you saying?
I just feel
like I get it. I
so.
respect it. I understand people's thought process. It's just not for me.
Yeah,
And I
and
can't rock with it.
that's where it will just identify it. Like it's a preference, right? It's not for you. Whereas someone like me, I tried it with that person. It didn't work with that person. That doesn't mean that they're like the devil, unless they like legit are the devil. So I get you got to bring different things into perspective. If it was a case where the person was absolutely like a bad person and we know bad people, like they did bad and disgusting things, then I would look at you sideways, not just because it's my ex, just because it's like, the type of person that this is. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? But if it was a situation where we tried, we didn't work out, and I guess I'm speaking from a place of amicable breakups, right? My relationships have ended amicably. There isn't someone that I've been with where it's like I would never speak to that person again. Ew, they're the scum of the earth. So that's why my perspective is the way it is. If someone was to come to me, if Kat was to come to me today and be like, yo, I know that you dated so and so back in the day, but where blah blah blah
But
blah
see,
blah.
I think that would be different. And I think this is where it depends on the friendship level too, because I don't know none of yours. So if it happened to be somebody that was your ex, and I was like, "Yo, my first question is gonna be like, what's this dude like? Would you date him again? Well, so should I slide in his DM? Like, but that's just me because I don't know. We don't have that long-term friendship. But if it was like my friend from like elementary or my friend from like middle school, and it's like I would find that to be strange. You know what I mean? So I guess it depends on the levels too. I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the
I don't call
fence.
everybody my friend, so there's that.
I don't call anybody my friend, and I'm here thinking about who my friends are, who my exes are, and like Cap said, we don't generally have the same taste. So I'm thinking about one of my friends, like a particular friend, coming up and saying, "Hey, me and this person have been blah 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 blah." I think my mind will go to like, "What is your attraction?" Because they're not your typical, as opposed to like, "Why would you do that? That's my ex," kind of thing. And I'm not a gatekeeper of people.
Me neither.
That's
I
not
let people do
my
what they want to do.
personality.
That
It's
don't
like,
mean
hey,
I'm
if
gonna
you
stick
like it, I
around
love
though.
it.
She said, "I'm
I
not a
don't
gatekeeper either, but you just won't be my friend anymore."
Right? No, at all.
know.
I
Listen,
don't want
you
to
like it, I love
listen.
it.
Same here, but I ain't gonna entertain it either. Like it just
I don't know. Maybe I like because now I'm thinking about like holidays. Then we're gonna have couples events, and you're gonna be. Maybe I like just pushing the fucking edge.
I do get that from you. For, the, for all the years that I've known you, I definitely think you definitely like to push the envelope just a little bit to see how far I
Yeah.
can go. You're definitely one that
See
rides on the
what
wild
happens.
side.
Yeah, just to see what happens because where have you ever been in that situation where you're like it's a no, right? If you've never experienced it to say like, oh no, it's a no for me, how do you know how you'll react or what it would be like? You know what
So
I'm
for
saying?
me, it also depends on the ex. It depends on the ex too, because like, okay,
Same.
if we're talking about the one who stole the car and went to Florida, I'm gonna be like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you talk to this person like you're an idiot? Okay, and I would try to steer you away from it, but then I would let you go down that rabbit hole if you really want to do that. Now, if it was someone like Hip Spreader who's been on the show before, I would be like, yo, he's actually not a bad dude. I would keep my negative thoughts because they're kind of superficial, right? He was somewhat of a keep people on the side. So I would be like, just make sure he's on the up and up. That's the only thing that I would say. But he wasn't a terrible person. And I would tell somebody, go after that. He's not terrible. Like, but the car stealer, oh yeah. No, 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 no. And then
That
if you
supports
still
what I'm
wanted to do
saying
that, that's
though.
when I would turn into Amanda and be like, we can't be friends if that's really what you want to still do, because
But
that is
so
just
that's
idiotic.
exactly what I'm saying. I'm speaking from a perspective of amicable like relationship, amicable breakups and fairly decent relationships. But if it was somebody that absolutely was like they did me dirty, did me wrong, or or just in general was just like a nasty person, it would be a bit of judgment questioning like why, like this person does these type of things, why is that something that you're interested in? And then I would be speaking to my friend in her mental state like, what makes you think that this person is going to change for you? No, for real, because
But just
we
not even
will
the
be
change.
looking.
Just I need to know what's going on in your mental that you would think the car thief is who you would want in your life. I would just need to know those details. I would need to know the person who steals change from old people when they was helping them. That's who you want in your life. I would just need to know because my friend would know all these stories. So I would need to know. Like I will go down the list. So you want this in your all right, be good and be blessed because that's when I will pull an Amanda and just be like, I can't be your friend because clearly
Get
something's
that.
off right now.
I absolutely get that. I
Hip
absolutely
Spreader,
get
go
that.
after him, ladies. Y'all need to go find him. He's not a terrible person. Yeah, you just got to live in North Carolina and be able to,
mm-mm.
yeah. But yeah,
Anybody I know touched it, I'm all set. I'm all set. So story time.
let's do it.
when Big Cap and I were on the phone one day. I was having a crazy morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the gym. I need to just run. I need to just run and get all the stress and frustration out. So here, I don't know how you people do it. I don't see how that helps anything. I don't know how you gym people do it. So I'm like, girl, I'm gonna call you back after I do this run. So I'm walking in the gym and I seen a very handsome specimen piece of a man,
Mm.
melanated and masculine built, and I'm like, kakalaka, whoa, yeah. Then I look and I was like, damn it, but he was with somebody I know. She's like, but wait, how long ago was it? I'm like, it don't even matter. Like in my head, no, it's just not gonna work. So then we're like, I'm telling her how much history we have and blah, 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 how we've known each other for a really long time. And then, I finally spoke to him. And then I was like, yeah, it wouldn't have been worth it because just the conversation alone was dry.
Mm.
You know me. I need people. When I talk to you, if the music in my head slows down, we can't be anything. The music was so slow in my head. So I was like, yeah, this isn't. We'll never be able to be anything. Like I can
Oh
only.
my gosh, she said the music was so
It
slow.
was
I
slow.
cannot.
The music was slow. That's how I know someone is like should be in my circle. If the music is like, I know my people's right there.
She said I need to have
But if the music
bodega
is just
music.
like,
Bodega music in my head at all times, or you gotta go. I'm done with you, Amanda.
whenever I'm with y'all, the music is like,
But it's playing on a
it's lit. The beats be pumping. I be like having a whole party in my head, right? Some people stop the party, and I can't be with the party stopper. It just.
But that makes sense. That's a chemistry thing.
Yeah.
So if you had a conversation and like the music sped all the way up,
Then what?
I'd have to walk away. Like I can never come to the gym at this time because that is a temptation, and to avoid a problem, I avoid problems. I like a stress-free life. I don't like drama. I don't like headache. I don't like confusion. I don't like bacchanal. Sometimes I like to watch it if I'm not involved, but I don't like to be involved in all that. I don't have the energy.
As much as I like to push the envelope, I am not involved in like drama.
Let me tell you something. And especially my name has already been dragged through the mud enough. I don't need anything extra unless I really want it there. I'm really trying to be intentional with things. So when people have something to talk about, it's something I want them to talk about. This isn't anything entertaining. That wouldn't be something I would be proud about. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to walk around with my head high. That would be something I'd be hiding all day long. So I wouldn't even.
That's not worth it.
It's not. Like I couldn't be bothered.
Listen, you never know when you're gonna get that chemical connection with somebody.
You don't.
Just because they were fucking your friend 7 years ago, don't mean you need to ignore that chemical connection. Okay.
Amanda said she gonna ignore it. That's what she said.
It can't be that serious, like ever. It can't ever be that serious. Next topic.
Some people be elevator music.
Ain't lying. What's up,
First of all, I done been in some poppin' elevators, okay?
But you know what she means.
Like, ooh, who's the DJ? Okay.
Wow.
What elevator were you in? Can you tell me where you were?
I have no idea. I'd be too
exactly. So shut it up.
If you can't go to the elevator, it wasn't that popular.
Train station. I don't know.
I can't with her.
Crossing.
Facts.
Probably Mass Ave.
Fucking Park Street or some shit.
You was by Mass Ave on the Orange Line. That's why the music was popping. Never mind. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna talk about the next topic. So real quick though, because the little bro is here, and he did shake his head to saying no about men would do it. He said no, he wouldn't do it. So there are some men out there that will not entertain a friend.
Good for head ass. Good for head ass. Head ass. Good for head ass.
So the next topic, we posted it on our Facebook page where it said, singer Jill Scott doesn't believe in dating longer than 6 months. No need for me to waste my time. So a lot of, when I read the comments, a lot of the men were generally saying the same thing, like, what's the rush? And time is, why rush, blah, 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 blah. And the women were kind of saying generally the same thing too. So, I get in my
saying
head.
What? Why rush? They were agreeing with the men?
Women were agreeing that 6 months is long enough. Like, you should already know what's the hold up, what's the wait.
So women said 6 months was long enough. We were agreeing with Jill, and the men
Yep.
were saying, why rush it?
Opposite. Yeah, you guys
Okay.
got the comments. And I'm just like, wow, this is mind boggling because the men and women that commented, they don't even know each other. One. So it
Mm-hmm.
just goes to really show that there really is man math and woman math.
Mm-hmm.
And we really do speak different languages. And a lot of times, this is why relationships can't work, well, romantic ones, because the disconnect in how we communicate, right? So I'm list after reading those comments, I started to have conversations with men. And in my mind, as I guess as a woman, in my mind, I'm very live in the moment type person. And that's probably why I'm in a lot of bullshit that I end up in because I'd be like, hey, this feels good. Let's do it. Ah, YOLO, baby. If it's wrong, I'll figure it out later. Right? Let's go. And I think I got that from Neddie Boo. Never mind. Anyway, I'm very live in the moment. If it feels good, and I can't think of a bad thing in this moment right now, I'm not going to go to jail. I'm not going to die. I might do it. I'm definitely, nobody's feelings is getting hurt that I care about.
Right
I'm going
now,
in. I'm doing it. Right?
So talking to the men, what were they saying?
They was like, wait it out. Wait it out. Wait it out. And in my mind, I'm like, y'all got so much faith in time.
Listen, you know what it is? You know what it is? Women naturally have an internal clock. So we're always looking at our watch like, well, what are you doing? Well, what are we doing? Well, what are you doing? I think it's embedded in us. It's a natural clock because we have to have children by a certain time. Well, if you want to have a safe, healthy, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I think naturally we have a clock versus men don't have a clock. Men kind of fly by their seat and just kind of do what they want and ebb and flow. And, they can, prime example, my dad and my mom, they can have children at 55 and just find somebody younger. You know what I'm saying? We can't be 55 and be like, let's find somebody younger and have a child. That clock has run the fuck out. So I think women naturally have a clock and we like, listen, what are we doing and when? I don't know if it's good or bad, but I do feel like people don't need ample amount of time to figure out. I'm not saying 6 months is a good time frame, but what I'm also saying is I've known this lady, and it was a church lady too, and she was fine. Okay. Yeah, her man was cute or whatever, but she was fine. Okay. And she stayed with that man for over 10 years, no marriage. And she wanted a marriage, wanted a ring, but she was just waiting for him to get it together, waiting for him to, and just eventually, I guess what, gave up on the dream. I don't know. I just find that to be weird.
I think everyone's level of patience is different.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you get to a certain point in life. It's like you don't know yet what you want. We're how old? So for me, I'm almost in the second half of life. Like, so the men I'm interested in are further along on the second half of their life. So it's like, really, we're thinking of our what is the thing called when you die? Obituary.
oh,
Right
yeah.
now, we're thinking of our obituary, and you still don't know what you want out of life? It's almost over. What are you waiting for? Like, you should know by tomorrow what you want with me. Because when you said hello, I was like, short term. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to rush anything.
See, women have a natural clock.
It's not even the clock because I don't want anything else but to know, am I wasting my time with you? Because I ain't unattractive. Like.
I ain't unattractive.
Facts.
I
was looking at
I'm pretty damn funny, so I know what I bring to the table. But that's why I say for me, as I got older, my timeline got cut down. You get less time with me because I'm quicker to see through the bullshit as I get older because I'm learning from the past relationships. And so for me, I have to say 6 months, 6 to 8 months is a good timeline for me. If I don't feel it and I don't see that it's going somewhere and we're having conversations, but they continue to be shallow. Like one person I was dating, we would have conversations and it would be like, okay, well, I, and I would be like, well, what about we? What about, like, there's never a we, it's always a, oh, I. And so I tried it one day. I was like, so if we went on vacation, where would we go? And it was kind of, crickets, like, oh, well, I guess maybe this or maybe that. It was so hard to imagine, right? Then like a day later, I was like, yo, if you had like $1,000 could go on vacation, where would you go? This nigga was like, here, 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 here. That
Oh,
self love was all the way up there. You got that, but now you by yourself. Go on them vacation solo because no, no.
but you know what's funny? So now that I'm older, I am taking longer to date people
Mm, mm,
because people can pretend very well. My God, can people pretend well? So I'm definitely dating longer than 6 months now. So if this person is looking for like lockdown tomorrow, it's not happening. Not with me, not now. Maybe if you
mm,
caught me 5 years ago, I would be like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. No, absolutely not. Not
mm,
now.
mm,
I
mm,
need to see
mm,
you in all seasons. And that makes me think back to when we did the show with Super Kev, and he said that. I fully believe him. Because you know what? Literally, when the seasons outside change, people change. They adapt, just like the seasons adapt. They shut down, they don't know how to communicate, and there's just things that don't work for me. Because if I'm teaching 2 and 3 year olds all day to use their words at 40, and if I'm looking for people older than me and you don't know how to use your words yet, I can't deal with that. Because in the beginning, the first 6 months, they're pretending to be what they think you want. Then after that, they can't keep up that facade anymore. After a while, it gets tiring and it gets draining because that's not who they are. And then their true self starts to come out. So I need at least 12 to 18 months because I need to see you. I need to see
So
what happens when you get stressed out. Are you not going to talk? Are you going to ghost me for 2 or 3 days? Because by then, I don't even know who's texting me. Everything's deleted. Who you talk? No.
Come on, Nettie. Let's hear your thought
No,
process.
no.
no, I feel like you guys hit on everything that I was gonna say. Um, I didn't watch the interview with Jill Scott, but I want to say that Auntie was like exaggerating a bit, saying 6 months.
Probably.
But I understand the point of, being at a age, or not even just an age, being at a place in life where you kind of know what you're looking for, right? And I feel like within that time frame, within 6 months, you have an idea of who you're dealing with. Maybe not 100%, but you have enough of an idea to say, okay, I want to take this through to 8 months, 18 months, or, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like you kind of know in converse, like you said, Panda, in conversation, like what does this person's conversation sound like? And even with the facades, because people with agendas will hold up a facade for a certain amount of time, but if you're attentive to the person that you're dealing with, you'll pick up on the things that don't add up. And if you're anything like me, you're asking questions about the things that don't add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, make this make sense to me in a literal sense. Like, you said this in this conversation, you said this in this conversation. Not that I'm keeping tabs, but I'm in the process of trying to learn and understand you, and these two things don't add up, so let's make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily seeing through the facade, but like picking up on whether or not what you're getting is a facade from someone. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this is a good time to tell that. And I don't think you should be like getting married in 6 months, but I do feel like you can tell, like, when you're in a certain point of your life, you can tell, is this like, should I take it longer than 6 months or not? Because like you said, Panda, people have so much faith in time, and
We're here today and we're
like,
going today. Like, how dare you waste my
you know what
time?
I'm saying? You
I
have
have no
so much
control
faith in
over
time.
it.
So what's there's like, our conversations are nowhere. This is not, things are not adding up. I'm asking questions, you're not answering questions. I'm going to give you the reasons why this is not working for me.
So I agree with that 100%. Where I'm thinking of, because sometimes, what if you meet someone like in spring, summertime? Their energy is sometimes a little bit different because the weather's nicer. But then when life starts to happen and things start to slow down, you really can see, things are different. People's mindsets start to shift. So yes, I do definitely agree. You start to see things a little quicker. But I also agree with how someone can maneuver during certain times of the year. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with it. Some people you could pick it up quick, and some people you're like, aha. Aha! Aha! What movie is that from, y'all? Aha! You don't know? They're in the barbershop, and he's like, aha, aha.
Coming to America.
Yes! There we go! Ding, ding, ding,
Yo.
ding, ding.
Yo, y'all are a riot.
So off topic, so off topic, but that's okay.
Okay, Squeaky. But yeah, I feel like that is a tough one. But I mean, YOLO. That's why you have a roster. All right, next topic.
So now that you said roster, and yes, Shanice got it too, and
Derek.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely coming to America. See, people be knowing. I love them for knowing that. You love the way who thinks. Come on, you need to elaborate with that, Mr. Harper. Come on now, Harper. You can't just be talking about I like the way she thinks. Who's the she? A she
It's
in the
3 she's up here.
Show. Which she? Come on, sir. Do better. So now that you talked about the roster, Neddie Boo, that can definitely take us into our next topic. So you sent us a picture of this girl's Tinder. What was it? Her Tinder map?
Yeah, it was her. Which I didn't know Tinder did.
I didn't know that either because I'm not on it. I'm so tempted to go on these dating websites just because it looks very entertaining from what people are talking about on the media platforms. I'm looking like, wow, this is what stuff people say. And like, if this is bad stuff, what do you want people to say? Because some of the stuff people be making fun of people's bios, I'd be like, but I don't see anything wrong with that. They're letting you know up front what they do and don't want. Why are you upset? I don't understand.
Because everybody just wants something to joke about, wants something to talk about. Everybody
I think
wants
that's what it is. People just want something to say. Like if these people is saying to you, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, we're eliminating all the BS. Why are you mad? Just, what is it, swipe left?
Because they're being eliminated. That's why they're part of the eliminated crew. And so they're upset.
You mad because you don't fit the description? Like, you're not going to everybody's thing, you know? But go ahead, Neddie Boo. Did you find it?
I did. So it is Tinder. So Tinder does an analysis of your behaviors on Tinder. And the analysis, I wish we could bring it up on the screen, but it gives you, your profile. So age, your gender, then it gives you the time frame that the information is being delivered for. It tells you how many swipes you have, how many lefts, how many rights. I'm assuming right swipes are the good swipes because it goes into more details on the right.
Yep. Yeah. Left means you're not interested. Right means you are.
Got you. So it tells you the number of swipes. It tells you the number of matches, the number of chats, the number of dates, the number of relationships, the number of casual sex encounters, the number of sparks, and then the number.
So she's actually entering all this information so she can see her stats, because there's no way that that's just getting up there on its own.
Yeah,
that was one of the questions. Well, the swipes, obviously, the matches, obviously, the chats, obviously.
Right, but the whole dates and stuff, because they do ask you, did you go on a date with the person, and you say yes or no. So I feel like she's entering all that information. How do we know it's true?
That was one of the questions I asked. How do we know it's true? How do they get the information? But those two things aside, the question that was asked to me when this picture was sent to me was, with these numbers, does this show that she's for the streets?
All right, now give us those numbers.
I'm going to give you the numbers that matter. Time frame is 188 days. Somebody want to put this in the chat? Panda.
Wait, time frame is 188 days, meaning what? What does time frame mean?
So this data was collected over
188 days.
She was on Tinder for 188 days.
Okay.
26-year-old female. How
old is she?
Yeah, we don't care about her age and stuff. We just want to know what she was doing.
I care about her age, and I'll tell you why I care about her age.
Okay, go ahead. How old is she?
26-year-old female.
26?
26. On Tinder for 188 days. Within that 188 days, the numbers that matter are she went on 54 dates. She has 0 relationships. 37 casual.
Wait. How many dates?
54.
54 dates. Okay.
0 relationships.
0 relationships, 0 marriages. 37 sexual encounters. And for me, those are the numbers that matter. I'll run down everything because it gives you, and I'll show my phone. Can't show my phone. Sorry, guys. But it gives you like a tree, like a breakout tree. So it's like 582 right swipes with 301 matches. So that's 281 not matches. 171 chats, which means 130 chats didn't come from the 301 matches. Of the 171 chats, she had 54 dates. 117 she never met. Of the 54 dates, 37 of them ended in casual sex, with 17 of them having no spark.
So out of the 50 men that she actually went on a date with, she had sex with how many?
37.
37 out of 54. And you said, so that leaves how many that she didn't have sex with?
17. And the question that was asked to me was, is she for the streets?
No, she's too open with her business. That's what she is. She's too open with her business. Stop telling this app what you're doing and how you're doing it. Don't let these people know your life. Do they pay your bills? No. Why they need to know how many people you done been with? You want people to judge you. You want the attention. Keep that to yourself. Not everything your right hand know, your left hand need to know, sis. Keep your mouth closed. It's yours. As long as you doing it and you ain't hurting nobody else's feelings, keep your mouth shut. Plain and
37
simple.
bodies in 188 days.
Smashing and win. It's about her personality, but you talk too much, sis. Now they're gonna call you for the streets because they think you for the streets because you're trying to figure out what you want. You single. Do you? Please. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say she's for the streets because that's a lot. 37 different penises going in and out of your body in 188 days. Like, my G, that number to me is astronomical. Like, 26 or not, getting to know people or not. I would have been more proud of her if it was 17 as opposed to the 37. The 37 is a lot. Like, I just where's her parents? Maybe I'm just a PK and I'm showing my PK-ness, but for me, 37 is damn near my age. That's a fucking lot.
That is a lot. It is a lot. I don't disagree with that at all. She still need to keep her business to herself because nobody was for the streets if she didn't put that information into the app. Make it make sense. Stop telling people your business. And again, expect judgment.
But this came to me not from, like, I don't know that anyone that discussed this in the chats that I know that this has been discussed knows who this person is.
The street ladies probably do more.
They do. The streetwalkers do more, but that's their profession. This girl claimed that she trying to find somebody. How you fucking 37 people? You trying to find somebody? Like,
so Derek, it says 37 casual sex. So she went on 54 dates and she had, and 0 of them ended in a relationship, but 37 of them
she fucked
with casual sex, and 17 there was no spark. So
it wasn't even like she had a long-term relationship out of it. No, nothing. Damn.
So here was my thing. When it was sent to me, the question was, and I keep repeating the question because the question is important. Is she for the streets?
Yeah.
I totally went past the question and was like, is she okay mentally? Because 188 days is 6 months, is about 6 months.
She's a
to be so invested in an application that you've sent that many messages, you've went on that many dates, and you've had sex that many times. I don't even care if it was with the same person. 188 days is only about 6 months. I think back to when I was about her age, right? Prior to meeting my husband, I was single. I had my own place, and I still didn't have, when I say single, I had a cat that was basically,
I remember,
independent. I did not have enough time to pull these numbers? And then my head went to, did she have an agenda? Because we know that people have like resentments when they get certain diseases and they go out on
Mm.
vengeance trips.
Mm.
Have an
You
agenda
know what?
because 188 days and you're this invested into this app, it couldn't be for looking for love. Like you have to have something else going on in your life. How are you so invested in this app that you're able to pull these numbers within 188 days and you're 26 years old? I was more concerned about her mental health. Like, what is going on with this girl? And then the person that sent it to me was like, all of that is great, but only thing I asked you was, is she for
Is
the
she for the
street?
streets?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
responded, no, I don't think she's for the streets,
She
because
is.
I don't think she's for the streets because the app also has an algorithm, right? To me, when I think for the streets, it's anybody, anywhere, anytime, anyway.
Well, she damn near out of 50, she done did damn near anybody, any fucking where. She just left about
But it
5
was
of them
the
on the
people that make
sidewalk.
when
She
you set
was
up these
dancing
apps,
in the rain in the street. Did you
but
not
when
hear
you
the
set
number?
up these apps, you
Promiscuous.
have to,
She's
when
living in
you
the
set up
moment.
these apps, you have to put in the things that you're interested in. There's an algorithm that comes along with
Yeah,
these apps. So it's
yeah,
particular people. She's not just
yeah,
out at Target like, hey, you have a dick, let's fuck. She's like,
yeah.
Tinder, send me 6 foot. That might have been the only
I
fucking
don't care if I had
qualification, but at
50
least
of
it
them.
was
I'm not
6 foot.
fucking 50 of them because I'm not for the streets, nigga. I don't dance in the street
But
in the
I don't
rain.
think for the streets me like I don't think in this instance it's for the streets. Like I feel like there was some filtering. There was she filtered out.
She
But
got
when
it
you're for the
tight.
streets,
Girl.
there's no filter for the streets. For the streets is just like, yo, whoever, whenever, whatever, put a dog chain on me and I'll do all your niggas. Like that's what I think for the streets. When
That's
I
what
look
she
at
damn near did.
no, these 37
Join the
guys may
talk
not
and
even
put your
know
opinion in the
who
chat.
each other are. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think when I think of for the streets, and let's be clear, let me give a disclaimer. I've been known to fuck up the definition of slang terms. So if I'm defining for the streets wrong, let me know. But when I think of for the streets, I think of whoever, whenever, whatever. I don't think of like a filtered system of encounters. And then it doesn't say gender, and I think like, do same-sex encounters hold the same weight as heterosexual encounters? Like,
Yes.
People want to know what's the definition. We got two.
definition of what for the streets?
What makes someone for the streets? Both Lanice and Shanice asked.
That's what
What
I
makes
said. What I said. What I said, what I think it means. For the streets means whoever, whenever, whatever, whenever.
Okay. So
And
like a
to
Eric
me,
Benet.
yeah, like Eric Benet.
You got a sex addict.
Yeah.
You like cocky. You like boom boom.
And it doesn't matter. It's whoever. For the streets, it's whoever. So
It's like
homie
Janet
can call
Jackson
and be
said.
like, yo, me and my 14 niggas is chilling, come through and blow us off, and Shorty will come and do it. Like, that's what I think for the streets is. When I look at these numbers, I think she's just
Okay.
promiscuous. It's like, give me 2 margaritas, give me 3 margaritas, you know what I'm saying?
So Greg J did agree with pretty much what I said. Being for the streets simply means that you're very promiscuous.
Oh.
So yeah, like what you
And
said, anytime,
37
any
in
place.
6 months is very promiscuous
That
to
is
me.
very promiscuous. So I would hope that when men are doing this, they're not getting dapped up and being considered the man because they done slept with all these women in 6 months because, double standards do exist. So I hope that when your homeboy done told you he done slept with this many women and this
You
amount
give
of
him the
time,
same
you
side
tell
eye and
him
call him,
he's for the
yeah.
streets. I
Mm-hmm.
hope you give that same energy, gentlemen. I hope y'all do. Because
But you know they don't. They don't say that to their friends.
hey,
You know they don't.
I hope y'all telling y'all boys, bruh, you might be for the streets. You might want to go get your community prick checked out. You might have a little something going on. Just food for thought. Hi.
I'm sorry, I'm reading because y'all know I
Oh,
like learning.
all right. So wait, did I miss anything?
The Urban Dictionary definition of for the streets.
Generally associated with meaning of little value, constant, fast shifting aliases, unreliability, and a lack of consideration for other people, often accompanied by unnecessary drama.
Blah.
That's per the Urban Dictionary. I think
Urban Dictionary should have made it a little more ratchet and
Greg
clear,
was
but whatever.
right. Somebody
Somebody woke up trying to do some cute shit on Urban Dictionary. I'm gonna need them to get their lives.
Boy Math says he's a stud and not for the streets. Block.
Yeah, that's the difference between girl math and boy math. Yeah.
You know what?
Men will tell their friends that shit's lit. You did how many and what time frame and da 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 da.
When you think about it, it's more stressed on the female body. Like think about deep throating.
And she did that 37 times.
You see, this is why I absolutely love when Greg is discussing things, because he definitely is a man that holds men accountable, and he's so like in tune with everything. He's so evolved, and I love him. I swear. He said, "Don't get it twisted. Hyper promiscuity negatively affects men too. It just doesn't get talked about." Maybe
I would love to hear about it. Maybe we need to get him on the show so he can talk about it, because
Greg, so we can talk about
nobody that we listen.
Because Greg is a good dude. Shout out to his wife. I love them. Greg is a good dude. He comes on the show. He has common sense. That makes sense. It's not like it's understandable logic.
Some of our other guests had common sense too. You just didn't like that, they would get loud to take over the show.
What's your friend's name? The homie?
You would just get mad because they would get loud and they would make it their show. You're such a hater.
Y'all know I don't like aggressive people. So once you start getting loud, I check out mentally like,
that man gave you constant interaction. Constant. You was just...
I can't do it. You guys, it's been an hour. Do we want to talk about the last topic, or are we going to end it?
Wish I remembered what it was.
Edge. I mean, I don't remember it either, but I can pull it up.
I think we should end it then. But we need Greg, and we need I think for our next live show, like not live, like this type of show, we should have a guy on, like we've been doing.
I always try to get male perspective on.
Because I want to know. Because honestly, I don't believe you, Greg, that it affects y'all negatively until I actually hear it. Until I actually hear from y'all, like the different ways that it affects y'all from fucking mad bitches. I don't see where it does. I'm sorry that I said it like that, mad crass, but like. There's such a track record of so many men doing it and not caring and not holding each other accountable that I don't see where the negativity comes from. So I would love to hear it from a man like, oh, we actually, feel this. Yeah, Miss J, we see you. I just want to hear from a man like, yo, okay, I do. I need to hear it. I'm ready for it.
Greg, you'll be getting a DM from us soon. Tashi, make sure you reach out to Greg, please. You guys, let me tell you how much I love her.
Maybe we can keep Big Head on there too. Maybe we could get Big Head next to you because he has so much to say, but didn't get into the chats. Your big-headed brother.
Oh, head ass, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be on the show? You want to be on the next show? We'll figure it out because Greg's schedule is intense and our schedule.
I know. So once we figure out that time frame, hopefully we can get head ass too.
Greg. Bring the wife too. Make sure she's next to you. Compatible. Make your schedules compatible. Yeah.
I cannot. You asking for a lot.
I know, isn't it? I'm sorry, but it's all on internet and stuff. That was one of the best things that came out of COVID. You could send a link and everyone can join in. You know what I mean? So we'll make it work. Greg could be at work and the wife could be at work. I just want them both.
I'm glad he laughed at you. I'm glad he laughed
at me too, and he has a great sense of humor. The wife too, and this is why I love them. So I'm here for it. You guys want to shout anybody out?
Yes. I want to shout out to me. I want to say thank you to me because my household is ran very smoothly, and I think everybody should know that it has a lot to do with me. And I have
Christmas. That's right. That's right, Neddie. You take your flowers. That's right.
The credit is due because my house ain't looking Christmassy. I need you here.
I started Christmas decorating on the first. I wanted to really do a village last year and I never got to it. So it was the first thing that I did this year. And then I have this year I'm also doing a decorative tree and not just like a main attraction tree. You know, you have one tree and that's where the gifts go. This year I did a decorative tree by my door and I am in love with it and it will always be there every year from now on. And yeah, so shout
Are
out
you
to
going to get a main tree?
I am. It's gonna go over here.
We have
Okay. All right.
I'm
I was
gonna
just
get a main
wondering.
tree to go over there, but I wanted to do a decorative tree and I love it and my lights be on every day and I just be chilling. Your hand is up and I'm
It is.
nervous.
So I didn't know people bought two trees or had two trees, a decorative tree and a gift tree. I didn't realize this was a thing. Is this a thing or is this just something you do?
Well, when
Yeah,
you
sometimes people
consider
decorate and they'll have
yeah,
6 or
when
7
you consider
trees.
what it is, it's decorations.
Right.
So you can have more than one tree and
Hmm.
I didn't read this anywhere. Nobody told me this. This is me.
Yeah, you can.
I think you can have more than one trees because when you consider it, it's just decoration. So
Right.
last year I had two trees. My son had a tree in his room because he wanted
Remember
a
that? It
superhero
was so
tree.
adorable.
And I didn't want a superhero tree. So it was like, hey, you can have a superhero tree and then I can do
Hmm.
my own tree. And then this year we're also going to have a decorative tree by the door. That is like a rustic theme. Let me tell you something. I'm so in love. It's like brown, beige, like khaki. There's some rust there. It's so nice.
But you're
Yeah.
gonna send in a picture so we can have that edited in so everybody can
So
see
we can
what you're
see it. So we
talking
can get
about.
Tasha to put it on the show once it gets edited
Yeah,
and like
because Tasi's amazing.
she is.
I
So
wanna I want to shout out the universe for revealing people and things to me the last few weeks. Um it just let me realize, and I'm just talking about a person in particular, that you can still be a lion manipulative asshole even at a ripe old age. And so I'm just happy. It when universe brings in enlightenment, it really lightens you up and helps you kind of crawl out of a dark space. So I'm giving shout outs to the universe and I'm trying to be like Neddie and make sure that I focus on the positive of the situation. Like, yeah.
I got you. I'm sending in the pics. I got you. And shout out to crawling out of a dark space because y'all see the new Meg Thee Stallion video? You get that crawl out and you get up and you just like shedding skin. Come on. Come
I
so
ain't
on.
up yet. I'm peeking my head out, looking like, I'm looking back like you motherfuckers. So I'm poking out, one show just trying to shimmer through, we slowly getting there. You'll feel the energy when I'm fully out. You'll know.
All right.
let's see. I want to shout out to everybody. So Nettie, I do need you to come decorate. Thanks. I had so much to say to what Big Cap said, but now I can't remember. And this is what my problem is. I be trying to keep the thought in so people can finish and then I forget. But watch, I'm gonna know for next show. Or I'll put it in the comments when the show gets edited. Ah, that's what I wanted to say. Always. We try to let people talk. Um, I think I want to shout out to myself in the universe as well. Oh, that's what Big Cap said, to show him who people are. Yo, the last couple this year has been an extremely enlightening year. So shout out to 2023 for me because it definitely has shown me who is really truthfully there for me the way I need them to be there for me. You know what I mean? Again, I'm a person that's big on accountability and I'm not a huge fan of excuses. And I just love the people that show up for me in the way that they do. Like, listen, yo, that is the most amazing feeling when you have genuine love around you. You don't got nobody hating on you. You don't got no animosity.
Mhm.
People around me that
Amen.
definitely like want to be here. There's no jealousy. There's no competition. There's no nothing. It's just all genuine love. And then, yo,
Yep. Yep.
the end of the year is approaching. I know it's good for some people and it's bad for some people. If you need somebody to talk to, call me. I've seen this job thing where it was like, you can listen to people's problems. And I was like, I want to do that. I don't mind listening because I'm definitely one of those people that sometimes I'm like, I just want somebody to listen. Like, don't give me no feedback. Just be a fly in the wall. Just shut up and listen. You know what I mean? So if y'all see where I could apply for that, send it to me. Because I like listening to people to let them know, like, yo, you don't got to go through this by yourself. Like, somebody actually gives a fuck about you. Um, so I want to shout out to myself because I just finished yoga school. I can teach yoga classes, baby. Ow! Panda's about to be all the way in her zen. Y'all don't even know how excited I am that I finally finished yoga school because I feel like I just came to the. I just. Yo, it feels so good to finally finish those 200 hours. Every time I had to sit down and do class, I was like, I gotta listen to this. And then it was a meditation segment where it was just like chanting, and I was like,
falling asleep. Come on, Panda, keep it together.
I was like 2 hours long. I'm like, who's
you did it though. You did it.
Because let me tell you.
Yo, you want to know something on that note? So I've been watching a lot of like Ninja Turtles lately, and there is a point in the movie.
Turtle Power.
Yeah, there's a point where Master Splinter is meditating, and the recording says you're almost at 48 hours or however many hours of meditation. You've almost gone into nirvana or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. Like, I want to, like, I would never be able to do it here. I need to like go get a place somewhere, and I want to see what that feels like because I'm so into like grounding. I'm so into like finding my centered place or whatever.
So you don't eat and you don't poop. You just sit there the whole time.
He's like on one finger upside down or something like that. But yeah. I have to do more research to see what it actually really is. It could be nothing because again, it was in the Ninja Turtles movie. So
no, but I feel like you're gonna find that it is a thing, and I just want to know so they don't eat and they don't poop and they don't sleep. They just sit there and try to stay awake and meditate, or they meditate while they sleep. I need deets, so let me know what you find.
I'm gonna look into it. But every time I hear it, like in the movie, I'm like,
meditation is definitely mind over matter. It's practice. It really is a lot of practice. And you definitely can have out of body experiences once you're definitely tuned in and you really do know how to meditate. You really can have out of body experiences if you really just check the world out and you fully focus on that meditation and the sound waves and all of that. They all have effects on the body. So when you really get into mindfulness, we can do a show about it because I love this stuff. We could do a show about it. We could talk about all this mindfulness stuff because it's right up my alley. But yeah, so shout out to me for doing that. Shout out to the new year coming. Shout out to the holidays. Shout out to Tashi once again for taking over my social media pages, my business ones, because I just don't have the mental capacity for it. I don't want to. I don't like it. And you know what I wanted to say to you, Neddie Boo? The overnight job that I have, there's a lot of rats. And I'd be like, look at Master Splinter. And I'd be sending videos to my brothers. Like, you guys, look at Master Splinter. Because the rats be huge. When I tell you those rats are humongous, I'd be like, bruh, if you come any closer to me, I'm quitting. Today, I'm going to quit. If the rats come any closer, because they do not fear human beings.
They don't. They don't.
Because I be feeling like, I'd be like, grr, you know, when I'm doing my shit.
You don't, but go ahead in your head. Sure.
You know I live in Alice in Wonderland, Panda in Wonderland. Dumb rats be looking at me like, you are my property.
And I'm sure that people watching the video, watching you talk to them rats, be like, what the fuck is she doing?
Oh my goodness. But yes. All right. So shout out to everybody and everything. People that are really just struggling. I know with daylight saving time, it's getting dark at like 12 o'clock and everybody's ready to sleep. Seasonal depression is kicking in. Find positive people. Find people that are light. Everybody's going through a struggle, but you don't got to do it alone. It's a choice if you do. We love you. We're here. Not everybody is here, but you know, we are. We're here. Send those DMs if you ever want to be on the show because I want it. I love it.
Yeah, we love our guests.
I do. I love them to death. What else? What else is there? I think that's about it. Yeah? No? Maybe so?
Peace, love, and light.
In March. Don't forget about that. You guys, I'm so excited about life today. It ain't even funny. My armpits is itching. I think I need a wax.
I thought she was gonna say, "I think I need a shower," but whatever.
She might need both. All right, people.
Yep. So, peace, love, and light. We love you guys. Ching, ching, ching. Happy holidays, and we see you guys next week. Panda